As I fell to the ocean floor, fading light through an open door, I saw myself rise with the water. And they thought they could keep me down, hold their breath and watch me drown, but all they did is push me higher. We don't care what they say, we will be here all day. We'll stay till it's over, till the world's out of sight. We will stand, we will fight, it's not over till it's over. Through the nights in the rain, through the time and the pain, the stand will never fall. And then at the end of it all, we will win, we will chant, it's not over till it's over.
As it usually ends up being. A couple of the songs on here are pretty bad. It's hot again. Not as hot as the other day. You know what that means? I look like this, and I'm wearing no pants. What song was that? Oh, it's Four Sword Adventure. Because I beat a bunch of Zelda games on the stream. I've beaten a bunch of Zelda games on the stream, actually. Quite a few. Oh, actually. That reminds me. I haven't had to do this in a while. Please hold. Welcome to live choosing of the next song. Oh, I gotta hear this one. Can you guess who this is? He's smooth. That's the puzzle theme. Nope. Nope, that's the title theme. What's this one again? No, I don't like that one. No. I know what I'm looking for. It's just unfortunately it's all in like Chinese, Japanese, or whatever the kanjis. No, no, I don't want fucking. I don't want it shuffling. For once, I. No. No. Yeah, probably. No. No. The only problem is when it comes up on the playlist. It's also this version. I mean, we could do the Smooth Groove one. I haven't put him in into the playlist yet. Piano collections. I just wish like I could read. Which one? Fuck it, we'll just do this one. Add to playlist. Stream cleared songs. We've added a new one. It's been a while. All right. Now that that's done, have that music. Put it in my ear holes. Wow, almost fucked that up. Oh shit, you can see like all this. Don't look at that. There's nothing over there for you to see. Now you can't see it. We are the bitch, after all. The Military Express has pulled into the quiet farming village of Dropstone. Upon arriving, it appears that Dropstone is in the midst of celebrating its 50th anniversary. To pass the time, Layton, Luke, and Flora decide to ask around for the information about the Elysian box. That's right, we got what's her face. Alright, let's head in town. Oh, it's Fuckface McGee right here. Well, Mr. Layton, how are you enjoying your time here in Dropstone? Are you being a horrible bitch? It sounded like Stewie. Hey, Brian. Are you being a horrible bitch? It's been delightful. Every once in a while, it's nice to leave the city and enjoy the countryside. The air is so clean and fresh. I'm so jealous of the people who get to live out here. Couldn't put it better myself. There's something about this place that makes me feel like a new man. And with the village celebrating its 50th anniversary today, our timing couldn't have been better. Come to think of it, your Voluntary Express turned 50 this year, didn't it? Quite the coincidence. Yes, indeed it is. Sheer coincidence, of course. Still, it could have been fun to celebrate your train's anniversary here at the festival. Well, we already have a grand 50th anniversary celebration planned at an exclusive venue in London. Was that so? Well, I'm sure your party will be on par with the excellence of your train. Yes, and on that note, I'm afraid I have to excuse myself. Good day, Mr. Layton. Good day to you too, Mr. Beluga. Hey, Brian. Pass me that pie and some Cool Whip. Cool Whip. I think Lily might be going to get food finally. We'll see. My, it's already been a year since she passed. Time truly does fly by. She? Who do you think he was talking about, Professor? I haven't the foggiest, Luke. Hey, Brian. How's that novel coming? You know, the one with the characters and the plot? You know that novel? Oh, hello. Fancy seeing you. I thought that said ladies. I'm like, They're booting me off the train until they fix it. After a few puzzles to pass time, just take a peek inside my shack of wonders. Oh, she's just basically gonna follow us around and... How you doing, ladies? Now, Luke, are you sure you can really eat all that? You put in quite an order there. No sweat, Professor. I'll clean my plate and still have room for more. So no wonder the professor is concerned, as Luke's order cost twice what the professor's did. Alright, let me see. 20... 30... 30... 25... 60, 80, 105. The only thing I don't like about that is that this doesn't equal an even number. Wow, game. Perfect hint. Good thing I thought of that. Son of a bitch. It could have been. Shit. Oh well. Alright, so it's 70, 35. And 20 is 40. $30.60. Oh, I see. Hold on. Because 17 and 8 could be 25, but it leaves 10. One, 33, 29, 24, 26. I think I got it. 27. And 8 is 30. So I think this is Layton's. 28. 35. Wait, no, 28. And it's 45 and 20. So these four.
And now to test my theory. And there we have it.
Look at Luke. He's like, yum, 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 yum. Nope, this dude's great, and this steak jump great too. Luke's a grown boy. He needs his food. Layton needs to stop fat shaming. Not gonna lie, the first thing I saw. Ooh woo. Actually, it's more pronounced over here. Ooh woo. You know, for a 4-star restaurant, assigns a young waiter the task of stacking glasses in a decorative way. Eager to please the young waiter, immediately draws 5 separate designs and shows them to the owner. The owner takes one glance at the designs and, with a look of irritation, turns to the boy and cries, "This design is preposterous. What were you thinking?" Which of the 5 designs is the owner talking about? It's this one. Has to be that one. Because if you're stacking glasses, all these are just going to go...
Just leave it to me.
What game?
Well, I'm stumped.
Is it this one because of the same reason?
Just leave it to me.
Nope. Is it Mr. Uwu?
Just leave it to me.
We're just gonna try them all. Fuck them.
Just leave it to me.
What is your reasoning, game?
Piece of cake.
I don't get it. Why not? Okay. Sure. Sure. Now for something on the flowery side. On the 3 pictures labeled A, B, and C, one is actually the same as the picture on the far left. However, the image on the far left has had its contents flipped left to right and its colors inverted and changed to black and white. Which picture is the same as the black and white picture on the far left? Okay, so they're all flipped. I don't think it's this one because well, so for the simple fact that if all of them are yellow, so the yellow is turning to black. Okay? The yellow parts are turning to black. Therefore, the yellow middle part here would have to be black. It eliminates this one immediately. Now, what other differences are in here? Is it really that one dot right there? That one black dot right there. Are you kidding me? If it's that one red dot, that one black, Jesus Christ.
That was almost too easy.
Yep. Sure enough. C was easy to figure out. It was immediate. I saw the difference. 8 people are playing an unusual communication game. Is it called telephone? This game, one person has to get a message across to 7 other people. God, is it fucking telephone? It takes 1 minute to pass along the message, and each time the message is spoken, you can only have one recipient. Using these rules, what's the shortest amount of time in minutes for the message to pass to all 7 other players? Okay, so if 1 passes it to 2, 1 minute. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The answer is not 7, because otherwise the game, that would be ridiculous. I'm wondering if there's some sort of like, oh, wait a minute. No, go away. My milk, asshole, not yours. Figured it out. So 1 passes it to 2 for a minute. 1 and 2 pass it to 3 and 4. Also takes a minute. And then a combination, oh no, all 4 of them will pass it on to the rest of them. Boom, boom, boom. 3 minutes.
Consider this puzzle solved. A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
That's a little bit more complex of a diagram. No! That's okay. I was being ignored on another person's stream today. It was great. What? Fuck off! Why are you being a dick? You're not gonna be allowed on my desk. You're really going for that now? He's going for this. This is my pill container. It's sitting on the corner of the desk. It's been sitting on the corner of my desk for about a year. And now he wants to knock it over? It's only gonna... If he takes it, it's gonna turn him into a girl cat, so... Did you just call a bench benchy, Luke? Christ on a stick. Thank you. I feel like the stand should have a... Oh. Now that you mention it, now I want Pez. All I get are these. That's actually my allergy pill. I'm actually kind of curious. Would this one show up? Oh, well. I guess it's more blue than green. Oh, and who do we have here? Visitors from out of town? Indeed we are. We're traveling on the Military Express. We've stopped here for some repairs. I don't even know where I would get Pez nowadays. Probably a candy, like a... I think the mall has some candy stores that sells stuff like that. It's probably where I'd find mine. Here for repairs. I bet you know where you're headed. Oh, really? What do you mean, sir? I was just thinking out loud. Just chatting with myself. Forget about that. I don't know what accent that is. I'm just making it up on the spot because his name's Wurtzer. Yeah? Big summer blowout, yeah? Say, did you notice the festival that's running today here in Dropstone? Today marks the 50th year since the founding of our village. Make sure you get in on the fun. I'm pretty sure Lily knows where that line is from. Also sounds like the Shrek Pigs, yes. I was actually quoting the guy from Frozen. Yoo-hoo! Big summer blowout! Can you believe this weather? It really is the perfect day for a festival. It also sounds like I should be saying Hail Hydra. I'm in such a good mood, I'm going to go ahead and tell you a puzzle I've been saving for a special occasion. Like a fine wine. I think the only voice I can do from Shrek is, do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man! Lower 4 halves of 4 separate cubes. Each of the halves are shaped so that when fitted with the identically shaped piece, the 2 halves form a whole cube. Where one piece below fails to meet these requirements and doesn't form a cube and join with another identical piece. Oh, I see. Do you know the Muffin Man? Swear to God, if it's C, I'm gonna be very upset. So this one, basically you need to see it, if it flips, would it make an identical cube? I believe this one would. This piece would fit in here. Take that piece. I think it's C.
Consider this puzzle solved.
That was 25.
A
That was
true
fucking
gentleman
easy.
leaves no puzzle unsolved.
The last wish. I don't think I have. Sheesh, you brainstormed my best puzzle. I didn't see that coming. We were talking puzzles. Have you heard about the mysterious puzzle collecting lady? Yeah, I know about her. I hear she gathers and stores the lost puzzles of the world. How she does it is a conundrum wrapped in an enigma stuff mystery. You know, a mystendrum. Oh, the recent one? No, I haven't yet. I've heard it's really good. Wow, look at all the stuff to do here. I had like a German accent into that. I've never been to a real life festival before. It's wonderful. Oh, that's right, Flora. You were sequestered in your own village and didn't know the outside world. Now's your chance to make up. Everything's falling off my desk and I don't like it. Or Bachelorette number 3. She's locked inside of tower. Now's your chance to make up for lost time. Let's explore. That's a great idea. What should we do first? Let's go look at that booth over there. I want to see what they got. Wait for me. You two watch where you're running or you're liable to crash into something. Oh, motherfucker. Couldn't get away from that asshole, could we? I told you he was going to be in the next game. Look at all the fruits and veggies in the cart. Probably belongs to the person running that stand. Oh, but it looks like one of the wheels is dented. That makes it much difficult to move. That's a real pain. That reminds me of a puzzle about a busted wheel. Flora, not you too! In the back of the train yard, there's an old warped wheel lying on the ground. As shown below, a star is pointing to its axis. Sorry, a star is pointing to its axle. While no longer functional, the wheel is interesting because when rolled on a flat surface, its axle traces a funny pattern if you look at it from the side. Oh. The Dom Polo. Alright, so I feel like it's gonna go down. Alright, so it's honestly 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like it's gonna do this.
Here goes.
Wow, I
That was
logicked that out
almost too
really well.
easy.
That was really well done. Because if you look, if it's a triangle, at most it's gonna have 4 points. So. Well, she wasn't with us at the game start. I thought Layton was supposed to be her like guardian. What do you mean liked my video? What the fuck is happening? Yep, she's fake. She's fake. She's fake. She's fake. She's fake. Awesome. Cool. My Twilight... The... Oh yeah, I remember that. I don't know if you were around for when we were playing Skyward Sword. God, I remember this. I still can't believe I pulled this off. No, really, I don't know how the fuck I pulled this off. So I don't know if you know Skyward Sword at all. How well you know that game, the Zelda game. Oh, I have to do that later. Shit. We'll do that. That's right, Luke. You sure figured that one out fast. Got puzzles? I got answers. I'm impressed you knew a puzzle like that. I've never heard that one before. Future of gaming. Oh yeah, you were at the beginning. Yeah, that's right. When I pulled open the Wii version that I had a save file for. I need to know a few to run with you two. Well, there was a stream where I was doing the Silent Realms. Basically, it's yes, those two statements are true. Yeah, I was doing the Silent Realm for one of the areas, and that part sucks because you basically have to go into this like dreamlike state where you have none of your weapons and none of your tools, and you have to collect these little tears. And if you touch a tear, you start a timer, but once the timer goes out, all the enemies in the area start chasing you, and if they touch you, you have to start over. Okay, cool. What are these arrows for? It's a carnival game. Hey there, squirts! Try your hand at defending a game with skill? Tell you what, since business is slow right now, the first try is on me. Gosh, really, mister? Well, I can't say no to a deal like that. Come on, Flora, we can try it together. But yeah, I was doing the one in Lineru, which is like the the one that uses a lot of time stones, A, and B, it's in like where the water area should be. It's basically a desert wasteland in this game. And I'm doing the Silent Realm. I'm 1 tier short. I don't know where this tier is. I have no idea. I've scoured the entire map looking for this 1 tier. It's on top of the big fucking tower in the middle of the map, and I'm like, oh fuck. I ran out of time. So everybody was chasing me. So I had to run like hell to the top of the tower and hope to hell no one caught up to me. So I'm running and I'm avoiding these things. I get to the top of the tower. All of the enemies are at the top of the tower. I sneak past them and get the last stone. I have no idea how the fuck I did that. Anyway. Bag of candy dangles from one of the 3 arrows attached to the wall. Assuming that the arrows are perfectly straight, which candy... Oh, I hate this. It's an optical illusion. Pretty fucking straight line. No shit! That fucking doesn't help me. Yeah, poggers!
Just leave it to me.
It was that simple.
Layton's apprentice strikes again.
100 points to Poggendorf! Poggendorf, like the black sheep house of Hogwarts that no one talked about. They just shunned to the side. Nicely done, Shorty. Here's a little something for that fine performance. Really? Gosh, thank you. Yeah, we found the box! We found the box! Good night, everybody. Oh, can I rotate? Fuck. I feel like... It is a pretty fancy camera. All I got so far. Oh, we have no more hamster toys. I love the elevator music of the mini games this time around. Who are you? We're doing some top secret pet up of rap back here, so you can't come in yet. The fuck? Hamster. Gotta make the fat hamster not fat anymore. You saying hamster reminds me of the Runaway Guys Coliseum and the Toxic X Eternities bumper. You like Laurel? Hey there, fella. I'm in a real bind here. How to hold the gal out, will ya? Seems to be a problem, madam. My sweet little bird fell down a hole in the ground there. I just want to help the poor thing, but I can't reach her. Do you have any ideas? Maybe there's something we can try. I will see why Laurel is good one. Oh no, it's a snake. Laurel's poor bird has fallen down a long winding hole in the ground. In front of the bird are 3 paths. Which should the bird take to back up ground? Oh. Okay, so we don't want to... Okay, so A leads to the snake. So A is done. Bloop. Okay.
Consider this puzzle solved. A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Why is the snake dreaming of B? Onto the mouth of a very hungry snake. Here's my little birdie. She's stuck forever down there. I wish I had somebody thanking you properly. I know, you can have this tea set and these lovely herbs. Ah, she has the tea set. Oasis leaf. Brisk berry. Bell tart seed. Thanks, box. A forced suicide pact. Everyone drinks the Kool-Aid. The lid next to it will start to wiggle. Discover them all. Interesting. It's a little sweet and a little sour and a little sweet. Suddenly I've tipped my hat to this tea's drinkability. I imagine it would be delicious cold as well. Very partial to its lovely fruity aftertaste. What do we call it? The Bell Classic. The Heisenberg. Science, bitch. You just hear that in Layton's voice. Luke, the chemical formula for methamphetamine is quite simple here. Luke, the shit you cook is shit. Luke, I am the man who knocks. Gracious, the weather couldn't be finer for celebrating dropstones. My name is Flora Reinhold, yo. Please note, I've never seen an episode of Breaking Bad, yet I know a lot of its memes. Gracious, the weather couldn't have been finer for celebrating Dropstone's fancy 50th. The memory's not what it used to be, but you're not from around here, are you? Waiting on the train, eh? How do I know, you ask? This isn't the first time it happened. The fancy is that train, it must be in rotten shape. Take heart, Sunny. More often than not, the train gets picked up in a few hours. Which is the festival and all. There's plenty here to do and see in the meantime. Thank you for the information. If I could trouble you for a moment, though, I'd like to ask you a relic known as the Elysian Box. I know! Box. I am well aware. I will get to it. Someday. I'm gonna regret asking this question. Hey, Lily! Have you seen Breaking Bad? You want to? Why not? Okay. Good answer? Oh, dear me. Dear me, I never heard of Dreadful Thing. Never, you hear. He's heard of it. He's heard of it. He knows something. Hey. Hey, you. It's enough chatting with strangers for one day. To be frank, I need to get the fuck out of here. Really want to prove you sorry for ruining my day. Solve here this here puzzle. That's an excuse. I'm just worried because I have Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul to watch now. Oh, is this houses? Pro Golfer has the amazing ability to consistently putt distances of 3, 5, 7, and 11 feet. Strangely enough, though, those are the only distances he can putt. Our golfer stands on the green with 20 feet from the hole. Fewest number of strokes he can use to get the ball to the hole. Assume that if the ball is hit further than the distance remaining in the hole, it will roll over to the other side without going in the cup. Funny lawyer show. Why? Because it's in feet instead of meters or whatever the fuck you use to measure golf? That would be 9. Another 11 would put it 2, which would be crap. What the fuck is a kilometer? I'm having a hard time remembering which is longer. Oh, because 20 feet is very short, isn't it? Three feet's a meter. Yeah. Okay. Because I remember those big giant meter sticks in school were 3 feet. Roughly. You know, the ones we use as swords and beat the shit out of each other with. Yeah, they nerfed him. You get the same answer, but yeah, he does seem a little more incompetent. Alright. 11 would put it at 9. 7 would put it at 13. 5 would put it at 15. 3 would put it at 17. Which is what we want to see, but feel like 4 is the answer, but I need to prove it. Another 7 would be 6. 11 would be 5 in the opposite direction, and then you knock it in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eleven would be 4. 7 would be 3, and then you knock it in. That would be 1, 2. I think 4 is the answer. Because if he does 11 here, 6. 11 would be 5. So gotta be 4. It's not 4. I'd be shocked.
And now to test my theory. Oh, my. This one is quite formidable.
Fuck you, game. Fuck you. I imagine it wants me to do that.
And now to test my theory. And there we have it.
That's probably why he's the pro. Yeah, I'd rather not pull out my HDMI cable again. That's the ticket. Very nice. Got a good head on those shoulders, Sonny. But I guess you need one to put off that hat. No. I need to check something, because if it's... I thought that said world's best golfer, AH. Like, I would spell it in my area. Bye! Have fun with Layton 5. We'll get there eventually. I will enjoy the houses. Look at all these booths. Now this is what I call a festival. Oh, I just love all the hustle and bustle. It's so wonderful. Shall we walk around and take in more of the sights then? Definitely. Thanks, game, for telling me what I need to do when you just fucking told me. Oh, boo-hoo-hoo! Parting with one so dear to your heart is even more painful than the tightest wig. When she was a child, I used to read to her until she fell asleep. She looked just like an angel. Nothing hurts so much as a separation's knife. This guy's a little dramatic. Gee, I don't know about that. I'm young. I've never had my heart broken. Guess I've never really given it much thought. Fret not, I wasn't expecting one as young to understand a pain as such as mine. Is that number 5? Get out of here, no. Okay. Oh yeah, forgot about that. The first 4 are on the DS, right? And then the last 2 are on the 3DS. By the way, I highly debated playing Phoenix right after these games, just for shits and giggles. I haven't decided yet. Don't mind me, I'll just excuse myself now. The way he's carrying on, you'd think he just got dumped. He seemed sad in a different way, didn't he? Let's not pry too deeply into the private affairs of the others, Luke. It's not becoming of a gentleman. You're right, Professor. I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm doing after Layton. I haven't decided. Yeah, I saw that in the game pool. I probably won't touch it. I'm probably going to do the 6, and that's it. And then I'll play 7 when it comes out. Whenever it comes out. I don't know when it comes out. Well, hello there. It's Simon. It looks like Simon. It's Albert. Hey fellas, pleasure to meet you. My name's Albert, and I'm just nuts about our beautiful village. I heard you running around Dropstone asking questions, but you haven't talked to me yet. Well, this puzzle, the king of Dropstone trivia, yours truly will answer a question. Yeah, I'm thinking about either doing Phoenix right or just going through rolling my cookie and seeing what pops up and then going from there. I also have to do Metroid Prime 3. If I open Steam right now, I'm going to be bombarded with furry feet. Hey, look! I would do that one, yes. But I don't know if I would do all the Phoenix Wright games first and then do that one. I'm not sure. Look at all those sales. I mean... Oh, I still need to play that at some point. Yeah, Layton is basically Sherlock Holmes without the cocaine. I mean, he could be on cocaine. I don't know. The game never specifies. That is also an option. South Park: The Stick of Truth is on sale for 74 cents. It was pretty good, I will say. I still need to finish Stray. I still need to finish Final Fantasy VII Remake. Bro Tato! No, I'm like 10 minutes away from beating it. Like, I could just turn it on and beat it like quickly. I don't know what happened. Like, what did happen? Actually, hold on. Let me look. What was the reason? What did we switch to? I feel like there was a reason I stopped. Did I not log it? There it is. 719. Saying I started Stray 719, which I think is when the game came out. I finished Omori on 721. I was playing Omori from 714 to 721. And this was around the time I was doing a stream a day. And then I started Stray on 719. I think I probably started it and hoped to finish it one stream, and I didn't. And I really wanted to get back to Omori, because you know me. I was fucking enjoying Omori. Yeah, that one. And then once I finished Omori, I went right into Mega Man X. Nope, that's a lie. I started Fire Emblem and thought that game was really slow. Yeah, I like Omori just a little bit. Just a little bit. Now that I've looked at that sufficiently, also looking at the summer sale. Oh look, a thing. Persona 5 Royals on sale for $36. Get it! It's good. I also have to do Hogwarts Legacy. I also have to do SpongeBob. I'm looking at my list. What the f... Help you? Tail. Yeah, you just got some tail. How do you feel about that? Dead cells. Being attacked. Being attacked! Hi. Oh. Like I'm just gonna scooch. Oh, by the way, Josiah, back up to your comment. Joke's on you. I already gave Ubisoft my money for the South Park duology. And all the Assassin's Creed games. What are you... Apparently it's Snoopy's stream now, not my stream. But I also have Monster Hunter World that I never started. I need to do stuff. Thank you. Fucking cat. I'm actually kind of curious here. Hold on a second. If I rolled the fortune cookie, what can I do on stream right now? I actually can do that on stream now. I could do those. I could do that. I could do those. Boom. God damn it. I rolled my fortune cookie. Motherfucker. Fuck you, Backloggery. Fuck you. Do it again. Ugh, no. Yeah, we're gonna play Mario Kart on stream. Let's do it. Let's play Mario Kart. Uncharted. I still need to finish that. Anyway. I have an idea. Hold on. Look at me getting sidetracked. It's like I have ADD or something. Hey Josias, how many channel points do you have currently? Because I'm trying to determine how much points I want to make this. Okay, fine. We'll do it. Well, I was gonna make it high regardless. I just wanted to see like how high I should make it. Shush! Blows a wheel of male and female portraits. Select the portrait and counting that portrait as 1, move 6 portraits either clockwise or counterclockwise. Then cross out the last 6 portraits. Repeat this pattern starting from the next available portrait moving in the same direction. You start at just the right portraits, you can remove all the women in the wheel, leaving only the 6 portraits of men behind. Yes, the fuck my schedule button that I will turn off if it fucks my schedule up too much. But it's fine. That's one of those things, like if you really want to do it, you have to have the points, A, and B. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. 6. Nope. 6. 6. 6. 6, that's Luke. Nope. One, two, nope. 6. Nope. You can move. Oh, you son of a bitch. One, two. I think it's six. Six. It's her.
And now to test my theory.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Did I fuck that up? Is it her? Which one did I start on?
To test my theory.
Wait, who did I start on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3. No. Shit, who did I start on? Now I forget. 4, 5, 6. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. So no. 3, 5, 6. I don't know who it is. 6. 6. 6. 5, 6. Oh. Who was it? Who? Five, 6. It can't be him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because he'd end up. We start with it's not her and it's not her. Two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's gonna be either one of those.
And now to test my theory.
Her. Wait, no. Oh, fuck. Counting the portraits as one. Fuck! 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's either one of those. I read the fucking puzzle wrong. I'm an idiot. 6, 5, 4, 3, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Repeat this pattern starting from the next available portrait and moving the next in the same direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. 6. 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's this guy.
And now to test my theory. Ha! Wonderful.
Snoopy! Bud. Ah, you fuck, out. Where he got me? He sure is. Also, my microphone was down really low. I don't know how you guys were hearing me. Probably not. Because it sounded like this. There we go. That hurt. Fucking bitch. You got a village question about the village or its history? I'm your man. Would you happen to know anything about a supposedly cursed antique called the Elysian Box? It's hard to believe, but you've gone beyond my area of expertise. I've never heard of such a thing. What I can tell you is people jump out at the very mention of curses. For what I gather, if they have a connection to the village in these days of its founding. Fortunately, that's all I can give you, all the info I can give you on that subject. Sorry to let you down. Oh, I don't want to talk to you again. Besides, Josias, I think you and maybe Duck are the only two people on this channel that have enough points to fuck my schedule at the moment, because Box used all of his, like, a few weeks ago. And Duck doesn't show up right now anymore, because she's busy. This building appears to be the town hall. It looks like it's closed for the day. Well, they probably wanted to give everyone a chance to enjoy today's festivities. Luke, this reminds me of a puzzle set in front of you at the town hall like this one. Care to give it a go? Was it 2 months since he used all his points? 3 people are at odds with one another and are running for mayor in the upcoming town election, including these 3 candidates. The town has a voting population of 40 people. In order to win, a candidate must get more votes than any other candidate. Each of the 40 voters casts a single vote, and every vote is recognized. What is the fewest number of votes a candidate needs to secure a victory with certainty? It can't be that easy. It can't be that
Here
easy.
goes.
Knew it couldn't be that easy. Motherfucker! Doesn't matter because they're going to vote for themselves, but they are part of the vote, so. Why are you going to quote Spider-Verse? That is not a 4, but okay. Sure game.
Here goes.
What? Can't be that easy. Which Spider-Verse? I haven't seen the second one yet. Oh, they're part of the vote. Ugh. Fuck you, game. Fuck you hard. Fuck you long. Fuck you sideways. Fuck you raw. Fuck you all the ways.
Here goes.
I still want to watch it, though. I just haven't had the time. Or the money. Or the money. That's the big one. The money. Minus 3 votes cast by the candidate leaves you 37. Find the number of voters it takes to gain a majority in a pool of 37. And add 1 additional vote to that sum to get your answer. We're back to what I thought it was, which was 14. 0, 7. 12 and 1/3 is the split. If one gets 13, twelve and 12 is 37. But I did that answer already. Same thing. Same thing. A majority of 40 is 20. Well, 21. It's technically 21, because that's more than half. But for this purposes, they want 20. That's half.
Here goes. That was almost too easy.
All right. Enjoy this wonderful music. I need to go take care of something quickly. I will be right back. You spinning? You spinning to winning? Oh, hi. Check out the plaza. There's some boosts over to the right. Let's see what kind of stuff that's going on. Sure, game. Give me free choice, but don't give me free choice. Got it. Happy 4th of July! Wow, look at those gigantic cow balloons. Looks like the village is setting up for the livestock competition. Cow balloons, you say? In my bot, it comes out as the poop emoji. Looks like the villagers are setting up for the livestock competition. Livestock competition? Sounds like fun. Certainly like to see the competition myself, but it doesn't appear quite ready to start soon. Oh, we're waiting. Can we see more of the village? Certainly, we can return later when the competition commences. Yay! This is the game telling you exactly what you just fucking heard. Guess that whole thing is the competition. There it is! I was wondering where it would go. A mansion in the woods. Who are you? I never forget a face, and I don't know any of yours. You must be from the Military Express. Since you're new to town, let me give you a clue about key facts about Dropstone. I know you're interested, but don't act all bashful and reserved on my account. Listen, if you know one named Dropstone, make sure it's Mr. Anderson. Not only is the fellow swimming with money, he pretty much runs Dropstone. He's a swell guy who treats everyone with respect, even the mailman. That'd be me, by the way. His name's Parcel, and he's the mailman. I always say you can tell a heck of a lot of people by the way they treat their local mail carrier. Is that how you can tell? I thought I was told how you treat your support. Dobby is a free F. But even nice guys like him have troubles. I hear he spends all of his time fretting about his daughter. Reminds me, I just saw a pair of unusual characters head up toward Mr. Henderson's house. She said they were police from London. Something about them seemed downright fishy. 2 people, huh? You're referring to Inspector Chumley and his assistant? Chumley, you say? That sounds right. He said he had official police business, said he needed to see Mr. Henderson. What possible connection could there be between Mr. Anderson and the Elysian box? Seems that Mr. Anderson serves at the head of his community. It's only natural that he thought he'd know about who and what passes through this area. He's a big fish, alright. You're right on the money about that. Heck, even the owner of the Military Express stops in by to pay him a visit when he's in town. Bet those 2 officers been waiting on like kings at Mr. Anderson's as we speak. Enough chit-chat. Got a festival going on now, so have some fun. What's in here? A person. I don't think I've seen you around these parts before. May I ask your name? Of course, I'm Hershel Layton, Professor of Archaeology at Gressenheller University. Charm, sir. Welcome to Dropstone, Professor Layton. My name is Dorothea, and I'm the maid at the service of the Anderson family. Tell me what brings you to our humble village. My companions and I are My companions and I are after an artifact known as the Elysian Box. You heard of it before? Can't say that I have, but the Master is quite knowledgeable about curiosities such as that. The Master, madam? Oh yes, excuse my thoughtlessness, I keep forgetting you're new here. Eventually there's not a single resident of my village who doesn't know Mr. Anderson. Seems it was all possible we'd like to meet Mr. Anderson. Normally I'd say he's glad to receive you, but lately he's been preoccupied with his daughter. I don't mean to pry, but has there been an issue between Mr. Anderson and his daughter? Well, yeah, it's just between you, me, and the wall. His daughter has been secretly playing a trip alone. Secretly planning a trip alone? Is that your way of saying she's planning to run away? Yes. And what's worse is that the Master is starting to catch on that something's going on. But after much talk, we servants have decided to cheerfully see the Master's young daughter off. So you're in support of allowing this girl to go off on her own. Why is that? Because the purpose of this trip is to fill the last request of the young lady's late grandmother. See, may I inquire as to what that last request was? Well, I myself only heard scraps of the story from other people, so I can't say much. Whatever the request, it's one that young mistress seems to feel is extremely important. Look at that, here I am gossiping away when there's supper to prepare. Please excuse me, Mr. Layton, I need to get back to work. Oh, before you go, rats, she's gone. Maybe it's me, but it sounds like Mr. Anderson's daughter leaving home more... Mr. Anderson's daughter's leaving home more than going on a trip. That sentence doesn't sound right. But it sounds like Mr. Anderson's daughter's leaving home more than going on a trip. That doesn't sound grammatically... It's probably grammatically correct, but it doesn't sound grammatically correct to me. Yeah, for some reason, the servants are cheering her on. How odd. Yes, very. And think about the consequences should Mr. Anderson find out what's been going on. The servants must have a truly solid reason if they've resolved to keep a secret like this. What could it possibly be? I'm getting the feeling that Dropstone isn't as ordinary as it looks. You're not the only one, Luke. But enough speculation, let's go explore more of the village. Oh boy, it's a cat puzzle. He's a cute one. Oh, if you like cats, I got a puzzle for you. Oh, is it another one? One of the three colored pictures, A, B, or C, is the same as the black and white displayed in the far left. Can you find which one? Picture on the far left had its contents flipped left to right and color inverted. This one's out.
And now to test my theory.
I'm very good.
we have
I'm very
it.
good at two things when it comes to puzzles. I'm good with word searching or finding things and spot the difference. And that's exactly what that was. So in C, the middle stripe was thin in the letter C puzzle, and the eyes had long lashes. B had the long lashes, A did not. But yeah, that was the answer. You always make it look so easy. Me? I'm the world traveler, but I'm stuck here until I can score a ticket on the Voluntary Express. I was hoping for a freebie, so I told Beluga one of my puzzles to break the ice. Unfortunately for me, he got all under the collar when he couldn't solve it. Here, maybe you have a better luck with it. Everyone with puzzles. Ah! What rotten luck. When trying to pick up your luggage, you find that your bag is at the very back of the pile. The baggage claim porter unloading the luggage claims the box is in the hold, preventing him from unloading your bag. Use your wits to move all the bags out of the way and reclaim your luggage. Oh, here we fucking go again. Hold on. You know, I had sound logic, just reversing the puzzle, but putting that... I'm a dummy. Because now everything's stuck. Shit. Ah, there we go. Got it. Got it!
This should do the trick. A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Pretty clever bunch, aren't you? Folks like you around, we might actually solve the mystery of the Voluntary Express. People say the train occasionally makes stops at a phantom town found on no map. Could be a wild rumor, though. Who knows? Non-polite town? Wow, I wonder if that's true. Wowee, look at the size of that mansion. I bet you could get lost in there. It is impressive, to say the least. I'm sure there's that massive man that belongs to Mr. Anderson. So that's where Inspector Chumley and his assistant went, right? I'd like to see that place myself. Can we go take a look? For now, our best course of action is to gather what information we can in the village. Besides, I imagine the Andersons have their hands full with the 2 guests they currently have. Ugh! Hug! You! That should do it. Good afternoon. What are you doing, sir? Me? Oh, I'm just doing a little fishing in this here lake. Sounds like a lot of work. Have you had much luck? Actually, that's a good question. Now that I think about it, how many have I managed to catch today? Really? Ugh. Nope, not doing it. I refuse. I refuse. Nope,
Just
not doing
leave
it.
it to me. That was almost too easy.
I fucking hate those kind of puzzles. They are stupid. Tonight I feast like a king. Fucking hint coin in the pond, apparently. Oh hey. Oh hey, it's Chumley. Oh, it's Inspector Chumley. Well, look who it is. Now, Inspector, are you returning from the Anderson estate? I don't know where you got that information, Layton, but you were sly as a fox. As a matter of fact, I was just there, but the servant said Mr. Anderson himself wasn't home. He said the bloke is up presiding over some livestock competition, and likely store around the shore. Curious, what connection do you see between Mr. Anderson and the case you're investigating? Not that it's any of your business, but perhaps you can be in some help. I've heard rumors the bloke had tried to find this Elysian box in the past, so I went to talk to him. But when I got to the house, his butler told me he wasn't home and that I should leave. Can you believe it? Bet you a tenner he's just pretending to be out. I went out of my way to see the man. Least he could have do is offer me a proper cup of coffee. But why would Mr. Anderson be interested in the Elysian box in the first place? It's anyone's guess, Luke. We won't know more until I can ask him in person. Guess we better head over to the livestock competition that Mr. Anderson is judging. Fine, let the blasted bloke judge his precious livestock competition then. I won't be there. As far as I'm concerned, the whole thing's a frivolous distraction for the rich. Speaking of which, I can only assume his obsession with the box stems from the excess of time and money of his hands. If you see anything that might help this investigation, report it to me straight away, you hear? We're always happy to cooperate, Inspector. Now please excuse us. Sure, off you go. Come along, Barton. We got work to do. Okie dokie, sir. Better hurry back to the competition grounds. Have I, though? I don't think I have yet. Professor, I think this fellow here fell asleep standing up. Judging by his uniform, he must be a security guard. I wonder how his employer feels about his nap. Perimeter secure. Please confirm identity by solving this puzzle. 3 rope loops are tangled together with a single red rope. If you were to pull both ends of the red rope, a single knot would form in the middle. How many rope loops would get caught in the knot when it forms? I am also not doing this one, because fuck this one too. Fuck it sideways.
And now to test my theory. A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Not a single loop would become entangled. Correct answer confirmed. Well done, sir. Must be some kind of mad puzzle genius to be able to talk about them in his sleep. Oh, his name's Remy! He's not here. I don't know where he is. Where the fuck are you? Boy, oh boy, I'm in a tight spot. I wanted to make a clean cut in this board, but I botched it bad. It's pretty much useless as is. Can you think of a way to turn the pieces into a solid square? Oh, fuck. We have an oddly shaped board. Since this board is rather unwieldy as is, you've decided to cut into two pieces to join this piece to form a square. Assuming you're all allowed to fit, flip either of the pieces over once the board is cut. Where should you cut? Well, I feel like right here is an answer. Then we can move those in there, but that's... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. They're looking for a 4x4 square. Now if we cut here... Wow, game, figured that one out. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I want to get this piece. Nope, because that wouldn't do it. Wait a minute, though. If I cut this piece out and push it this way, it would look like a square.
Consider this puzzle solved. And there we have it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. That did the trick. Thanks. Now I can finally get back to building that shed. Help! There we go. Oh, hey! It's all good. All right. My goodness, look at this place. Made back in time to catch the competition. If been informed correctly, Mr. Anderson is judging the entrance. There should be somewhere around here, right? Indeed, I wonder which one of the gentlemen walking around is our man. Although it looks like the two men over there are getting pretty hot under the collar about something. Wonder what the matter is. Just look at that mangy coat. Anyone with 2 eyes can see that no bovine of mine. I know what's going down here. Someone swapped out my cow for this lemon. What do you want me to do about it? Can you at least point out which cow is yours? Now, what do you expect me to do? Oh, brother, this is gonna get ugly. What seems to be the problem, sis? This fella here seems convinced someone swapped out his prize cow for another. I'm telling you, that ain't no cow of mine. My girl was perfect from horns to tail. See what I mean? There's just no reasoning with him. Can't start the contest with him carrying on, but I don't know how to clear up the situation. I'll take care of this. I bet the cows would know if any monkey business went on. Of course, why didn't I think of that? Myself, I'll leave this one to you, Luke. Excuse me, miss, can you help me out here? I see. Moo. Did you find out anything of use? I don't know why I use that voice. I sure did. If I had to sum up our conversation, it'd go something like this. Cattle. Look at the name of the puzzle. Misinformation. Five cows are grazing at the festival. 2 of them are true moo cows. Do they make chocolate milk? A breed that only tells the truth. The other 3 are no way. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Different variety that always lies. Using the following statements from each cow, mark all the no way cows. Tap a letter to mark a cow. D is a no way. C isn't a true moo. A ain't a no way. E's a no way. B's definitely not a true moo. No. Cattle. There's a cattle of cows. Alright, let's see the ones that they're saying are no ways. Alright, so if you are truth. A ain't a no way cow. No way you be true. E's a no way. C isn't a true. D is a no way. A and a no way. He's a no way.
Let's see if this works.
Fuck you, game.
Let's see if this works.
I tried logicking it out. I
Layton's
couldn't.
apprentice strikes again.
Looks like these two ladies swapped places while waiting for the competition to start. Things should be all sorted out now. Oh, you betcha. Look at that bill, that lustrous coat, that sulfur glaze. That's my cow. Everything's okay by you? Better okay than with my darling back. I'm shooing for that blue ribbon. Wow, Luke, you sure have a way with animals. No, it's nothing really. Look over here, you two. They're about to announce the winner. And the winner of this year's Dropstone Dairy Crown is... Oscar's show-stopping milk maven, Mutilda! Awkward. Hold on now. You mean to tell me my sweet Marimoo didn't take first place? Too bad you swapped your cow back, Clabber. If you'd kept quiet, you'd be the winner. I was robbed. Competition must be rigged. Rigged, I tell ya. Don't make the joke. Don't make the joke. Don't make the joke. Don't make the joke. To think he went through all that trouble to get his cow back, then ended up losing. Suppose it goes to show you that things in life don't always go as planned. Right you are, Professor. Say, shouldn't Mr. Anderson be around here now? Yeah, right. My name's Luke. Luke Doolittle. It's going to take some effort to find him in a crowd this dense. Let's look around a bit. Lopez. You ever heard the old saying, the clothes make the man? From the look of your dads, I'd say you've got your act together. So try this puzzle on for size. That's exactly what he meant. Oh, Jesus Christ. Men A, B, and C each started off with pants and shirts of a single color. A wore red, B wore blue, and C wore white. Then they were blindfolded and swapped items of clothing. After they took off their blindfolds, here's what they said. No one's shirts match. Okay. No one's shirt and pants match. It looks like C's the only one of us who didn't keep any of his original clothes. C, I don't know if I like these red pants. Okay, so he has red pants and a blue shirt. Looks like C's the only one of us who didn't keep any of his original clothes. Nope. Nope.
Consider this puzzle solved.
That was pretty easy.
Ha! Wonderful.
You know, C's the only one not wearing something from his original outfit, maybe. He's not wearing anything white. Something tackier than when your shirt and pants don't match. That's fashion rule number 1. Rule number 2, no one can pull off sequins. But with that sweatsuit of yours, you're golden. No swanky nightclub will turn you away. Guarantee it. Guess we never did manage to meet Mr. Anderson, did we? What a pity. I had a feeling he'd provide us with a lead on the Elysian box. Hey there, fellas, we never met before, have we? I heard chat about Mr. Anderson. I thought to myself, hey, I can help. Here, I'll point him out. What the fuck? Just saw Mr. Anderson around here a minute ago. He shouldn't be too hard to spot. What with that beard and hat? Yeah, he's a real gentleman. He always looks spiffy with his cane and a dapper little bow tie. Oh, he doesn't wear glasses. In case you were wondering, look, there he is now. Using the clues in the above statement, can you find and circle? Okay. So he's got a beard and a hat. Spiffy with his cane and bow tie. I think it's this one.
This should do the trick.
Does never say anything about a briefcase.
Huh. Wonderful.
Good day, sir. Might you be Mr. Anderson? One and only, my friend, and whom I have the pleasure of speaking with. The name's Hershel Layton. My friends and I have come to this fine town in search of the Elysian box. Yeah. Well, because I think that's because him losing his hat. I don't know. Thought a man of influence such as yourself might be able to offer us some direction. The Elysian box, you say? Why would you go chasing around a thing after that? So you're familiar with it then? Familiar? No, but I do believe my dear mother once searched after that very box you speak of. Interesting. Please elaborate. Ah, well, my birth mother died when I was very young. My mother I speak of is actually my mother-in-law, Sophia. She founded this village way back when. Kind of soul I never met. Sharp, too. I married into her family, but she treated me like her own flesh and blood. Yeah. If it weren't for the fact that other guy had a briefcase, I would have chosen him, but... Seeing how I never knew my own mother, I suppose it would be fair to call Sophia my real mother. Even after my wife passed on, Sophia continued to treat me as one of her own. Mother Sophia looked high and low for that box, but she never did find what she was looking for. She made efforts on her own to search for it? Fascinating. Tell me, where might Sophia be now? She left us last year. In her last days, she spent a lot of time holed up in her room writing. That's what the daughter's doing. Son of a bitch. Sadly, I never found out why she was so intent on getting her hand on that box. I see. Sorry for your loss. Thank you. Well, my mother may have had knowledge of the subject, but she's gone now. Now you know as much as I do. I regret that I couldn't be more help to you, sir. Not at all, Mr. Anderson. I've learned a great deal from our conversation. You have my thanks. One more thing before you go, Mr. Layton. Please take a look around you. These picturesque kids, these happy people, Dropstone has been so blessed with so much. Sophia turned this place from nothing into a village full of warmth and camaraderie. Dropstone mustn't ever be allowed to wither and fade like so many other villages. After all, too many sacrifices were made to make this place what it is. Forgive my ramblings. Once I start talking, sometimes I have trouble stopping. Enjoy your time in Dropstone and be well. Good day. Well, I guess that's another dead-end lead. Well, I wouldn't say that, Luke. It appears this village is intricately linked with the Elysian box. I also find Mr. Anderson's choice of words interesting. What do you suppose he meant by sacrifices? Looks like our mystery only leads to more mysteries. I already got you. I already got you. Oh dear, dear, the train's scheduled to depart any minute now. She's still not here. Everyone's efforts will be for naught if she misses a ride out. Oh my, maybe women just need more time to get ready for things like this. Oh, why must she make me worry? What are you waiting for? None of your business. We haven't even told the master about what we're doing. Luke, perhaps we should leave him be. Sometimes it's best not to barge into the affair of others. Well, if he doesn't want us to comment, then maybe he shouldn't be thinking out loud. I was worried we weren't going to be able to talk to that girl. That girl is our lead. This place is positively crawling with people. Careful, Flora. If you don't watch where you're going, you're likely to run into someone. Oops, sorry. This is also new to me. I forgot to pay attention to where I was walking. Understandable. After all, it's quite a change from pace from London. Ah, Flora, you sure are excited. Just don't stand around gawking for too long, or we might accidentally leave you behind. Wow, what's that? Oh, look, there's another one over there. Huh? Professor? Luke? Where'd you two go? Motherfucker! Oh dear, we must have gotten separated in the crowd back there. Let's retrace our steps. It's going to be awfully hard to find her with all these people around. Now where could that girl have gone off to? Whew. That's weird. That's suspicious. Sorry, there were so many people that I must have lost you. I turned to look at something before I knew it, you two were gone. If you find your way back to us. With so many people around, who knows what we might have found, when we would have found you again. I'll be more careful from now on, I promise. You know, I caught wind of something very interesting when I was wandering around back there. What did you hear? A man named Roby was looking around for the Elysian box. If we can track him down, maybe he can tell us something we don't know. Or from one person that he's been wandering around near the station. It's interesting news. Let's head to the station and see if we can find Romy. Way to go, Flora. That's some top-notch intelligence you gathered out there. Ah, it was nothing. I'm suspicious. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Currently in the search of an item known as the Elysian box. Do you know it ringing any bell? The Elysian box? Nope, never heard of it. But I do know a great puzzle about a box. I know a great box. You have a box shown below using the white cubes as a standard unit. The box is only 2 cubes wide and 3 cubes long. 2 cubes wide, 3 cubes long, 2 cubes tall. 2 white cubes. Yeah, Tetris 3D are permanently attached to the floor of the box. Of the 4 shapes, A through D shown below, 3 of them can be placed again in the box to fill it to the top with no gaps. Find the shape that doesn't fit. This is seriously just motherfucking Tetris. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. If we put this here and this here. Oh! Oh!
Consider this puzzle solved.
You know, I had a theory the
there we
T
have
block
it.
was the right answer. I wasn't sure. Yep. Holy moly, you must be some kind of puzzle genius. All right, what did you want to know again? I was wondering if you might know about the Elysian box. Let's see. Nope, I haven't got a clue. If I were you, I'd try asking someone else. I see. Yeah, I mean, I had a feeling it was the T block. I mean, I felt like it was just the T block, no matter what. But I just wanted to prove it. Well, festival's being put on by the Andersons, the wealthiest family in the village. As you're new here, let me dish for a moment. Have you seen their place at the north end of town? It turns your eyes green with envy, Well, Mr. Anderson has a young daughter who's grown up to be quite a beautiful young lady. Her name is Katia, and she's a usual combination of beautiful and sweet. Also, she's very respected toward her father, unlike most youngsters. Kids these days, the only thing they love more than sassing their parents are those oversized pants. Do you believe I've gone on a rant? Do you need something from me? Have you heard anything about the Elysian box? No, but I have a puzzle. The tiled box. Oh. Okay.
Consider this puzzle solved.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Consider this puzzle solved.
above the spade. It should be like this.
Consider this puzzle solved. Consider this puzzle solved.
Yeah, I have a hard time with orientation puzzles sometimes like this. Let's see how close I was. It's off by 2.
Consider this puzzle solved.
I was close. I was getting closer
And
though.
there we have it.
Oh yeah, I don't think you need more info. It's just like reorienting the pieces when they flip to make the cube. Sometimes I have a hard time imagining that. Hang me out on a laundry line and call me a bath mat. Thought you never solved that one. Seem like a nice man, so I'll be straight with you. I wouldn't talk about that box and these parts. But why? It's complicated. I've given you my advice to smarten up and get the fuck out of here. Let's get the fuck out of here. One die, multiple dice. I don't think Flora is who she thinks who we think she is. Just saying. Can you hear me if I put the mic? No. We'll put it up here. Ah! 10-year-old question solved. Nice. I love how I'm just playing around with my microphone right now. Having way too much fun. I need to stop. Do you have a moment? Certainly. How may I be of assistance? Seems you've done a great deal of investigating today. Tell me, during the course of your inquiries, did you hear anything about my daughter, did you? Your daughter, sir? Yes, Katya. You see, she hardly ever came home since her grandmother, Sophia, passed away. Sophia and my daughter were very close, and Sophia's death came as a great shock to Katya. You used to see her. Would you please tell her father wishes she come back? To fine gentleman such as yourself delivers the message, she just might listen. Here is your definitive answer. The singular form of dice is die, but modern English now considers dice as both singular and plural. So, die one, dice multiple, or dice roll. Unfortunately, our train is leaving soon, so I may not be able to be much help at all. Katia is my our only child. She means everything to me, and I'd be forever in your debt if you could help me. I wonder what that Katia lady is all about. Your guess is as good as mine. Judging by her family and breeding, I guess she's both beautiful and refined. Professor, I think you're getting a boner. Heard that you're inquiring around the village about the antique known as the Elysian box. Oh yeah, that thing. Folks say that freaky box kills whoever manages to pry its lid open. Just found out during the course of my travels, but after that box is what I'm really after. Well then, if I may be so bold to ask, what are you looking for, sir? Phantom Town. It's nowhere to be on any map. Place that only chosen may visit. The only way in here is on the Momentary Express. The train and its many mysteries have been the subject of my research for years. From what I can tell, this artifact you're after, this Elysian box, is also tied to that town. Wow, so when can we set out for it? How do we get there? Yeah, it's a detail I haven't pinned down yet. Maybe you whisper we're inside the train and then whoosh, the track goes in a new direction. It's possible something like that. I just have to keep searching until I find a way in. Interesting. Thank you for your time. Professor, did you hear that? I think we finally got a new lead on the Elysian box. It's a bit early to celebrate, but it looks like our journey on the Momentary Express isn't over yet. Alright, Tutu, let's start making our way back to the station. Okay, Professor. Oh. Alright. Back to the station. Got at least 30 puzzles under your belt? Nice going, bro. If you want to challenge worthy of Rockstar, give me a holla. Oh. How's that festival treating you dudes? Pretty righteous, huh? This train isn't ready to move quite yet, but we're all waiting. I gotta lay a sweet puzzle on you. This is probably the last puzzle of the night. Sammy has 8 chains with 7 links each. He wants to connect all these chains to make a totally awesome necklace as a single loop. The jeweler says he can open and close a single link for $2. The show below, Sammy could open an end of each of the 8 chains to make one long necklace that's a single loop. However, that would cost $16, and to tell the truth, there's a cheaper way to get the same result. Using the cheapest way possible, how much will it cost to make Sammy's necklace? You know, that's what I thought. Should have just trusted my fucking gut.
And now to test my theory.
Whoa.
And there we have it.
$2 cheaper. Each link has 7 links on it if you open every single link. And use those to connect all of the links. Which is dumb. Voluntary Express is back in business, baby. Get ready to ride, folks. Hey, you guys better hurry back to your seats because the train is ready to rock. Ah! Fuck. Well, I know what we're doing next time.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. Hmm?
What's What's going on over there?
I believe we may have stumbled upon Mr. Anderson's dear daughter.
That's one heck of a send-off.
Considering the size of the party, I doubt she's just going on holiday.
Yeah, she only has one eye. Son of a bitch, she only has one eye. Twitch be doing a lot of funnies these days. No. No.
And despite the UI,
No!
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna determine if we were gonna go somewhere. Just can't stop thinking about this Phantom Town we keep hearing about. Could the rumors be true? It does. When he starts talking, you can actually see it. If I recall correctly, the next stop on this line is the perfectly normal town of Luxembourg. Then how do we get to the Phantom Town? It's an excellent question, Luke, though I don't have the answer. The Voluntary Express does indeed head for parts unknown. The crew will know something about it. Alright, and that's what we will be doing next time. Oasis Leaf and Briskberry. Love how sweet this tea is, Professor. Bit too sweet for me, man. Just how our children enjoy it. There we go. Thought this game couldn't get any more British, right? Spot of tea! Where's the biscuits? Alright. So... Oh, I didn't know you could do that. No! Alright, we're gonna call it there. Next stream will be Tuesday night. Tuesday night. Tomorrow will be an episode of Bit Trip Runner on the YouTube channel, as well as Tuesday, Bit Trip Runner. I'm going to be working on that. No, that's already uploaded. I'm working on Wednesday's episode tonight. And then Tuesday we'll continue this. Shoe Goose, the stream team I am a part of, is holding a charity event that I got sent an invite to. I'm not officially doing anything, but I might be running a stream the week prior to their event to like promote it. I don't get any viewers, so it might be fruitless, but might as well try, right? I don't have a date set in stone. It wouldn't be until not this week, but the following week. Lotus is due. So the upcoming next Sunday? What is it, the 16th? Doesn't she usually get drunk on her birthday? I feel like she does a drunk birthday stream. She does a drunk stream somewhere. Now, I forget when it is. I don't know if it's New Year's or if it was Christmas or something. No. She's a hilarious drunk. She'll be fine. You'll be fine. She's playing with people. She might not be drunk then. Never mind. Funny story about Lotus. If I really wanted to, I could like DM her and be like, hey, can I drive up and we'll just do a stream together? Like I could meet her in person. We could do a stream in person. Because she's like an hour and a half away. Don't get your hopes up. I would really have to like... She would have to be into it, and like it would have to make sense. Oh, I'm sorry. She's 3 hours away. Never mind. Well, that's if she lives where I think she lives, but I don't know if she lives there or not. I don't know what part of the state she lives in. But, I mean, if she lives in that area, it's still a 2-hour drive. Where is the border? Right there. Huh. I mean, it really all depends on what part of the state she lives in. Because it could be an hour, it could be 2 hours, or it could be 3 hours. I would probably have to spend the night somewhere, if that were the case. I think that would be fun, but, you know, is what it is. I've never given her the indication that I would want to do that, but I would love to do that. I would love to go to someone else's house and like collaborate with them in person, but I'm not that big time yet. Anyway. I'm honestly probably gonna go watch either Jacob or Proton John. More than likely both until Jacob stops streaming and I have to go to bed. because I'm gonna edit a video and then maybe record some more videos. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I think I'm just gonna end the stream. I'm not gonna raid. Screw it. Unless you want more points, I'll give you more points if you really want more points. I think you only get 250 points when you raid, though. It's the only reason I raid. Marco made me raid every time because he wanted the points, but... I'm just gonna end. Alright, I will see you on Tuesday. And I will keep everyone updated in the Discord if I do a charity event and we like try to become big time. Have a wonderful night, Josiah. I'll see you when I see you. Good night.